Hello, we are live. Welcome to Sexy Party. In case you are confused and wondering who I am, my name is Antonio Bryce. I am a comic book creator. I am the creator of the comic book series Brand and its ongoing sequel, Brand Way of the Gun, which we just launched a few hours ago, and we are over $3,300. It's the link is in the description if you want to check that out. I present to you the Mad Weirdo. How are you, dear?
I am doing wonderful. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday night. I am. I'm about to make a rum and coke real quick.
Rum and Coke.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So no company tonight?
He's at work.
Hmm. Y'all been getting kind of familiar the last few weeks. That's why I was wondering.
Okay, so let me let you know what's going on. Okay, so on the 14th, on Valentine's Day, right? He decides that he wants to come over. He decides that he wants to move in. Now,
Move in.
yes, I haven't broke down what our relationship actually is, but I will now. He's my dom, okay? He's my dom.
See, okay. I never know because, like I said, I thought I thought I was all hip and aware of what the game was and everything. Then obviously we encountered each other and I realized that I'm still a little wet behind the ears. I don't know what's going on. So, I mean, I know these terms. I know you said dom. I know what that means. So I
Right.
was like, okay. Uh, whew, okay. So how long has that been going on?
That's well, he's been my dom for like a year and a half, and unofficially, but officially about a few months. And I see this as a win-win situation simply because, hey, I'm in a tough situation right now. I need help with the bills. He works his ass off.
And he give you a little financial remuneration, as they say.
Oh yeah, he taking care of the bills. So,
Okay. But y'all
uh,
actually live together?
yep, we live together, or I wouldn't even say live together, cohabitate,
You
because
cohabitate?
it's a very interesting situation.
Separate
We
bedrooms?
Yes, because I snore. I'm not gonna lie. I snore like a dinosaur in heat. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And it's horrible. So, and he's a light sleeper. So I respect that. Get your sleep because you going to work the next day.
Mm.
Sex has been interesting, but I got laid this morning. I got laid 2 days ago. Um, how can I put this?
Look,
Okay, okay, I got it. How does a man ask for a threesome? He's never had a threesome in his life. How does a man ask for a threesome when I only get 5 minute sex? How does that work?
5 minute sex.
How does all right? How does that work? How does that work? If you last 5 minutes with me, how are you going to last with
I,
another woman?
I guess 10 minutes with another.
Right?
He's like, okay, I even give him another 5 minutes. So it's like I give you 5 minutes per person. So it's like, so I give you total of, even you have to even be able to last with yourself.
I
So
don't I don't get it. I really don't understand it. I've talked to my friend and she just like, well, this is what I think. I think he giving you whack dick and he giving other women like hour six. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know any of his women. So it's not like I can be like, oh, hey, how long did y'all fuck? How long, I don't have anything to measure that off. What I do know is I have been with guys that last around this, and then we end up having a threesome, and that's exactly what happens. Like,
okay, well, let me ask you this though, because um my my knowledge of dominant and submissive relationships, a lot of times they're not even, it's more about power and it's not sexual. Sometimes you might get some whipping, spanking, stuff like that going on, but a lot of times I've heard I used to watch Real Sex all the time, and the doms would be
Right.
on there, and they don't even have sex with these people. They would just, they'd make them like lick their shoes and do it. You know what I'm saying? It would be that kind of stuff. It would be, a little light spanking. They would take the guy and put him in the cock. They put him a cock leash around him or something. That kind of stuff. Pull on his balls and do that kind of shit. So is that maybe that's TV shit and that's not how it really is?
It really depends on the type of relationship you have. They're all different. There are some doms that do not have sex with their submissives. There are some doms who have sex with their submissives all the time, like on an hourly, daily schedule type
Oh
shit.
wow. Okay.
I've been in that situation. My first dom, he wanted to fuck the minute he got up. He wanted to fuck after lunch, during lunch hour or whatever. He come home and do it, and then he wanted me to suck him to sleep. So
Well,
it
I'm just basically trying to figure, because I knew, I know movies like 50 Shades of Grey are kind of bullshitty, but I remember the author, she did a lot of research, or she claimed to have, and but like I said, all my knowledge is like coming from like Real Sex and shit like that, So I used to love Real Sex, so
Real
that's
sex was fun.
yeah. I
Watching
love
it
Real
as a
Sex. Yeah, I
teenager.
was like, but yeah, I thought Real Sex was it was very informative because it covered all kind of different, they would go to swinger parties, they would do all that kind of shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I would enjoy, that I really enjoyed the program. But when they would have doms, and sometimes they would, they would get all kind of doms. They would get like gay doms and straight doms and all this. Um and I remember what's the guy, Dorian Gray in 50 Shades of Grey. He started off as a submissive to a woman,
Right.
and then he moved on, and he found I can't remember the girl. I thought the movie was kind of, I was just watching it for the porn. That's why I was watching it. So I don't know. I was like, oh, he fell in love with he wifed the bitch. It's like
Right.
that's a no. That's a player no. Because I was like, dude, you was in a situation where the relationship wasn't built on love, and now you wifing the bitch. And then, I mean, it ended up working out for him. I mean, they had kids and all that. It was like, I don't know, it's a weird
See,
situation. But
I didn't even watch that far. Like I didn't even watch. I watched about like 5-10 minutes, and I was like, trash. It just went off. But going back to what you were saying about the doms having the subs lick their feet and all that, it really depends on what the dom and the sub come to an agreement about contractually. Some subs like to be degraded, and some doms like to be sadistic fucks. It so it really depends on what each person got together, because when you decide that hey, I'm going to enter a dom sub relationship with this person, you not only are sitting down and essentially negotiating what's going to be put in your contract, and your contract is what covers everything that you like, what you don't like, what you're open to, what you're not open to, safe words, things of that nature. Things if you do something wrong, here's what your punishment stipulations. I've seen simple, basic contracts, and then I've seen long, convoluted, fleshed out contracts. So it really depends on who you're with. The dom that I'm dealing with, he is a brat tamer. He doesn't like to be called a brat tamer, but he is.
hold on. You say, okay, a brat tamer?
A brat tamer. That's what I
What
would
the fuck
classify
does
him
that
as.
mean? I don't know. I've never heard that. What is that?
A
Okay,
brat tamer is a dom that basically, one, they like brats. and two, they don't deal with shit.
So you're the brat then.
I
Okay.
am. I'm a
Okay.
brat. And I got a mouth. I'm spunky, all that. And they're essentially
So is this a fetish type? Okay, you gotta, because like I said, I don't know about this stuff. You gotta explain it to me because I really don't know. I was like, I've never heard that. I've heard of, and I've had people. Um, I ended up messing with a girl that was a dom, and she fucking humiliated me, and I didn't want to fuck her anymore.
oh wow.
She became the man. I told that story. It's one of the early sexy party episodes. It's like maybe 4 or 5 or something. It's called Cream Pie. It's on, like, if you listening on iTunes or whatever, you can go on the playlist and pull up the Cream Pie story. And I mean, this chick literally made me feel like I wasn't a man. It was unreal what she did to me, and I wasn't expecting that. Because I mean, I feel like I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? And this chick, I don't know. It started off one way, and then the chick took control, and she made me. I just couldn't, because I don't know. I just didn't feel good after our experience together. After that, you know, I was all excited to be getting some pussy and all this, and then
So you got dominated. She dominated you without your permission.
yeah, like couple things she did, just since it was an old episode, I'll talk about. So like, okay, so we start messing around. I go down, and she was a squirter and everything, you know, it was crazy. And at first I was having fun, you know, so I got a little excited, and boom, I bust in there, and then she took my face after I done already came in her and pushed my face back down. And you know, after I done come in, I don't want to go down there and stuff. She did all kind of shit, you know, it was crazy. And I remember I was trying to, she was like, yeah, lick that pussy. I was like, I don't want to lick it now. I done came in you. I don't want to do it. And I remember when I was looking down, and she's like, you know, I had my head shaved and all that, and she's pushing my head down there, and she's like, how does that dick taste? And I was like, that's
Whoa.
not, yeah, it was horrible. It was a horrible experience. It took, you know what? Because I remember I told my ex-fiance about the story, and she was like, she said that I sounded like someone who had gotten molested when I was telling her the story, because she's like, she emasculated you. You felt like you weren't a man anymore. And I was like, yeah,
Right.
and I didn't tell the story for years. I didn't tell the story for years because I was like, it was one of the, you know, I've been with dozens of women, and I'm sitting there going, this one time, and I could have had sex with her again, and I started blowing her off. I was like, oh, hell no, I don't want to have sex with you again. If it's going to be like that, no
Right.
fucking way. But she made me feel like I wasn't a man. She, you know,
Right.
I thought about it. I was like, it was crazy, you know.
I mean, did you ever like have a conclusion to that story? Did you talk to her and say, hey, that shit wasn't cool?
I didn't want to talk to her anymore outside of some text.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was once that shit happened, I just,
It was
it
a done
never,
deal for you.
yeah, I look back on it now, and I almost feel, sometimes I feel like I need to go to therapy about it, because I was like, I really do feel like but you know, I didn't know she was a dom. I just
Right.
thought she was a chick. She was a chick I met on Craigslist, and she had just gotten her and her husband were divorced, going through a separation, and the whole situation was fucked up. You know, I was like, oh, you know, she's a nice little country girl, blonde hair and all this kind of stuff, big ass titties. I was like, oh shit, all right, cool, girl. I like you, all right. You know, I'm from Alabama. She an Alabama Crimson Tide fan. I was like, okay, cool. You know, we just seemed like we clicked, and we had a lot of in common. And she, like said, she was just a, you know, corn-fed country girl. And then, you know, we started hanging out, and finally she came over, and stuff started happening. And I thought I was the man. I thought I was the man in that particular relationship, and she flipped the power dynamic on me, and it really fucked my head up. I did, when I've thought about it, even this shit happened like a decade ago, and I still, in my mind, I play it back and I go, why the fuck did that happen? You know, it.
I mean, she did it. So I wanted to address a comment that I saw in He did not get whooped. Okay, he did not get whipped. He was violated. That's essentially what you were. You were violated. That was something that you were not cool with. And I'm sorry that happened to you. That's trifling. So I totally get it why you wouldn't want to deal with her after the fact. And that's an odd position to put a guy into. Emasculating him when he doesn't want to be emasculated.
She gets off on it though, because I didn't know it was because we're friends on Facebook, and she started telling me after we did. She told me that she was a dom, and I was like, and that she actually, there's a couple of guys that she has as clients or whatever.
Right.
And I wish I had known that before we hooked up, because I probably wouldn't have done it. Like I said, the power dynamic was really off, and I really don't want to have my face in a chick's pussy that's dripping my nut. I really don't want to do that. That was horrible. That was one of the worst experiences I've ever. And I'm like trying to like lick around. I was like, cause I blew all up in that girl. I was blue. And I was like, that was one of the worst fucking experiences I've ever had in my entire life. It was horrible. And it just was terrible. It just,
I understand. I can feel you on that. I don't appreciate people being like sexually out of pocket. And I don't appreciate that. And I got kinks and I got little ways about me, but like, don't go do some stupid ass shit that I would not, or anybody would not do, just because you're curious or that gets you off. I feel like people should have certain little conversations before they have sex to prevent this type of situation. That's why when I used to meet chicks on Craigslist and shit, we would go out. I would go out for a drink with them at first, before we do anything.
Just to kind of fill them out.
Yeah, just to see where they head at, because it's some crazies. We had one crazy lady. I mean, we really doubled down on that shit after this chick, because we had made an exception for her because we had been vibing on the phone and stuff. Like she liked everything we liked, and we were like, cool. So we just invited her to the hotel, and oh girl, I mean, she was the most squirtiest. Is that a word? She squirted all over the bed.
Skeet, skeet.
I mean, skeet everywhere. And she just kept coming and everything. And she had the throat of a god. It was just wonderful. And we would just throw them, and everything was great. But let me tell you what happened after that weekend. We get a phone call. It's Sunday night. Okay, like probably Monday morning, like 3 a.m. in the morning. We get a phone call from her. And she's screaming at the top of her lungs. And we're like looking a bit like, what the fuck going on? You okay? And she's just like, help me. Somebody's trying to kill me. Help. And we just like, whoa, shit, what the fuck? Like, and we're in Augusta. We're back at home in Augusta, so we can't do shit in Atlanta. But we like, bro, like, call the cops. She's like, help me. And we hear stuff like get thrown across the room and shit. And so, and then the phone clicks. So we call back the hotel and we're like, hey, our friend is in room such and such. Somebody is trying to kill her. And they're like, okay, well, we'll go down and check it. We'll find out what's going on. And then she calls us back, and it's this dude, or at least it sounded like her, real talk, trying to sound like a dude. And dude is just like,
oh, so she was trans on the phone.
Yeah, like some. I mean, she was just like, or whoever that was. It sounded like her, real talk. And they were just like, I'm gonna kill your friend and I'm gonna cut her throat and then we're just looking at the phone like, is this her? Is this her? And then the phone go dead again, and then she calls back again, and she just like, you could hear her running. It sounded like she running through a parking lot. That's what she said. Like, I'm running for my life. Oh my God. So we dealing with this, like freaked out. And then the phone just dies. So we call back, no answer. We call the hotel. The hotel says that everything is fine down there, and so we like bugged out, but we end up going to sleep, and we wake up. The minute we wake up, we're thinking about this, and we call her just to see how she's doing, and she's like, "Hey, how y'all doing?" And we're like, "What?"
Like it wasn't nothing.
Like what not? And we tell her
Mm.
what happened. Like, are you okay? And I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
Well,
I said,
look,
oh, I'm done. We done.
Okay, and I see Felix Haas. I wanted to answer this. It's like, did you have a safe word? Well, Felix, there wasn't a safe word because we were just having sex. It was just I just I did not. It wasn't a dom submissive situation. It was just two people having sex, and then she flipped it on me and did that dom shit on me. Which, if I had known that was gonna be the way we was gonna get down, then it wouldn't have happened. I put myself in that. I sound like a chick when I'm saying that. I put myself in that situation. Oh no, but I did. I put myself in that situation. I thought, and I always thought I was in control. It was at my house. Everything was cool. I thought, that's why a lot of times when I would meet these bitches, I would bring them over to my spot because that's like I always would joke around and say that's the motherfucking spider's web. When these bitches walked through the door, they was in the trap, and I turned out, I was in the motherfucking trap and I didn't know, and it just happened, but I don't know. I should have played that different because I'm not used to. I don't know. I don't want like strong butch type girls. You know what I'm saying? Once they flipped that masculine energy on me, it was like having sex with a dude almost. I hate to say it. That sounds strange, but once she flipped, because once I talked to her, she was like, I can't stand. I'm not. She said somebody tries to dominate me or any of that kind of. She said I'm really strong minded. I'm like I'm strong minded too, and then she just took me and made me her bitch, and I just didn't like it. And so,
so you like girly girls, the really sweet, the definition of what men would like to conceive of as women, I guess, with no masculine energy whatsoever, just feminine energy.
I definitely just want feminine. I don't want if even if you like say, and I've dated a lot of bisexual chicks, but they're still very feminine. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't want that when that male spirit. I don't want that in my vicinity. I was like the only man that's in the area should be me, and then after that, it's like, but like I said, she got me. I definitely did not feel right about the situation, and it's I can hear him now. It's like, who hurt you? Who hurt you? And I'm like, yeah, I was like, it was that bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's just
right.
It just wasn't. I thought it was gonna be a good sexual situation. We were swapping photos and doing, you know what I'm saying? She would send me pictures of her titties, and I sent pictures of my dick and all. We was doing things, I thought it was building somewhere else. And then when it was actually kind of hot at first, because she came over to the house, we kind of kicked it for a minute, and then she was like, hey, can I use your restroom? And she went in the restroom, and then she said, hey, can you come in for a second? And when I opened the door, she's just standing there in just her shirt, and she had took her clothes off and everything. She was just standing there. She just had her socks on and panties and the shirt, and she had took the shoes, and she had took her shoes and her pants off, and she looked real cute, man. I was like, her hair was down. I was like, oh shit, I got all excited. I was like, oh, I know what time it is now. And then things happened, and it shifted. And I was like, yeah, when I didn't catch that as soon as I had, as soon as I nutted, I thought it was done, and then she was like, you need to go down there and take care of me, because I had already ate her out. I kind of have a pattern when I do things. I go for my oral, try to oral and give and receive. Hopefully, that was another thing pissed me off. She didn't give no oral. I had to give oral. I gave oral before I fucked her, and then I gave oral after I nutted, and that was terrible. That was I definitely once I nut, I don't want my face nowhere near there. As a
Right.
wrap. And it was just a horrible, it was a horrible experience. It just was not good at all. And you know, I was just
That is upsetting. I totally get what you're saying about how you don't want any masculine energy. I'm not saying that what I'm about to tell you is a guy having feminine energy, but I do not like overly emotional men. Like I do not. There's one guy that I ended up sleeping with, and he was a good friend of mine, cool guy. But I did not know that part about him. Okay, so we're having sex and then we're having fun. He starts crying. I'm riding him. He's crying. I'm like, whoa, what, have I heard you? I'm sorry. I'm like, no, it just feels so beautiful.
Oh wow.
And that just took me completely out.
That is that sounds weird.
I just was like, I bounced on it like 2 more times, and I said, you know what, I can't, cause like you're crying, and he's just like, why? I'm just expressing my emotions. I just feel so good, But you're crying like I just beat your ass, with a belt or something, and I don't understand it. So that just we just ended up sitting in the room like next to each other, like, yeah, a whole bunch of awkward silence. And then he was just like, well, I'm going to go. And I'm like, okay. And normally I would feel bad when a dude wants to leave. Like, no, let's go. No, I let him go. Get the fuck out of here. One thing I would like to ask men is, what is up with these new age guys that do not like kissing? I don't understand.
Oh, hold up now, because hold up. I want to talk about that because I have heard that this is the thing now that that I don't know, and then I get shit because I do like to cuddle, I like to kiss, and I like to, I guess I'm a little bit lower. I don't know, I'm just old school, but I've heard my brother used to when he would mess with these freaks though, he definitely wasn't kissing and doing no shit, but it was I'm curious about that. This is yeah, interesting.
I don't know, because that's a big thing to me. That turns me on, like kissing, touching. And now you got guys who I don't kiss. I don't touch. Like my dom does not kiss. I've kissed him once in 2 years. And that was the first time I met him. Like I gave him kissing and he's just mouth closed. Nope. It was just like kissing a statue. So I've never attempted to kiss him again.
Do you get that vibe from him when y'all first started up, or is that something that you kind of picked up on, like, okay, this isn't gonna be like an affectionate type relationship, it just might be sexual?
That's out the gate. He said he was like that. Like he is not a touchy-feely, kissy person, but he'll get drunk and talk about how he'll make out with random white chicks or random chicks at bars, and I'll just be sitting on the phone, or I'll be sitting across from him looking at him like, okay, so you can make out with random bitches, but you can't kiss me at all, and you don't want to hug, and you don't want to touch, none of that. I don't understand it. And me, I like dick. So I'm just like, okay, look, give me some good dick. But it's so unsatisfactory. And it's been like that, not just with him, with other guys out here. I don't do that kissing. I don't touch. They don't do foreplay. So it gets to a point where you feel like, hey, you're masturbating with my body. And it's weird, but the setup that I have with my dom is that he can do these things. I gave him power to do so. Everybody else, I did it, but even I am like, okay, yeah, I gave you power to do whatever you want, as long as my needs are getting met. But these are a part of my needs. Suck on some titties.
Well, you know what? I wanted to know, because like we were talking about 50 Shades of Grey at the beginning. Um, you remember? I don't know. Like, say you say you only watched the first one, but you remember they signed a contract.
Yep.
What did you do something like that, or was that just some Hollywood made up shit? There ain't no contract or what?
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, but yeah, there is a contract that you're supposed to have. I don't have a contract with him. A lot of people don't have contracts with their doms. It's just a known. We talk about it, we agree upon things, and that's it. Um, some people are really old school and official. I like Dick. Yes. Um, but some people want to be really old school and official and get the paperwork and do ceremonies and get like chokers and or bracelets or anything, have colors that they're supposed to
Colors.
wear. Yeah. Some people who have houses, doms who have multiple subs, that I've noticed they have colors. They have names of their houses and everything. When I was in Nashville has a big dom sub community for black
Yeah,
folks.
trust me. Trust me. When I
And
was on Adult Friend Finder and stuff, I was surprised. I was like, man, they some freaks in Nashville. I did not
yeah,
realize. And not to mention all the ass I was catching off the Craigslist. I mean, I had bitches driving from Nashville and shit to come get this dick, and I was cool with that.
right.
I make them bitches drive all day too.
I had one. You said you had them driving all day.
Yeah, I had them coming from like Clarksville and all kind of shit. It was like, hey, yeah, come on, come get it.
No, one of the guys that I ended up meeting because of my group 2 years ago, he wanted to be my dom, and I mean, I thought he was cute and everything, but I'm not too big on sub sisters. I have no problem with it. It's just if you're not a dom that is balanced and can keep everything in check, then it's not going to work. One, two. If you have an agreement with one of your subs, for example, like if you have a baby girl, and that's what he had a baby girl. He had a
I don't understand these terms. I've never heard these terms before. That's why I was like, I mean, like I said, I understand you've been in this lifestyle, so I don't understand what these terms mean and stuff.
a little girl or baby girl is a little essentially a woman who is in little space or feels she likes blankets and she likes to snuggle and she likes pacifiers.
Oh
And
shit, they're doing baby stuff? What the
yeah, they do baby stuff. They have, full adult onesies, all that. It really depends.
Now I did hear about some motherfuckers that do some fetish stuff. There was a friend of mine and she was doing some fetish shit, and there was a guy and he liked to be in diapers and shit. He wanted her. It was that kind of shit. He wanted her to put her in diapers, and she said he would pay her real good though, but he would actually like use the restroom in the diaper and stuff. He was doing that kind of. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, it's some folks like that. I am a brat. A brat is a sub, a type of sub that basically pouts, likes to get their way, likes to have a little fight, likes to fight for power, all that. And really and truly, brats just want to be dominated. Rats just want to be dominated. Rats are the type of people that will stick their tongue out at authority or put their middle finger up, and they really just want you to just, okay, I'm tired of your shit. Lay down. I'm finna spank your ass, and then I'm gonna fuck you to oblivion.
But the spanking is more part of like the game of it, right? It's more.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, because like when you put the collar on the balls and all that kind of, I've seen the little choke collar that goes on the balls, and different people are into that. Matter of fact, I watched that show on Showtime, Billions,
Mm-hmm.
and the DA guy there that's on the show that's played by Paul Giamatti. Him and his wife, they do the domination stuff, and then he goes, she does some things for him at home. and it seems like he's into some really rough shit. He's into humiliation shit. She beats the shit out of him, does all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh God, this is weird. But sometimes, at least on the show, he can't get what he needs from her, and he has to go to a professional, but he has to get her permission to go to a professional.
Right.
And I remember a couple seasons ago, he got into trouble because he had gone to the Dom without her permission.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then so they had to break off with the Dom, and the Dom actually changed offices and stuff because the chick was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this, man?" And the whole thing was weird. And I was like, I've heard dominant and submissive relationships, but I really thought that was an interesting dynamic because the wife and it seemed like a couple, as the relationship progressed into the next seasons and stuff, she was trying to kind of, make their sex life more normal and get out of the dom fetish shit. She's trying to get out of, and he was like, "This is what I like. This is what I'm into. I can't change." And I thought the show's really well written, but it really threw me off because he's telling her, she said, "Aren't I enough?" And he's like, "No, I need you to tie me up. I need my balls beat. I need spanks, all this kind of stuff." And I'm interested because I hear that's very authentic in some of these type of relationships, the power dynamics and all that.
Right. He wants to be submissive and he wants to be tamed and he wants that power dynamic, and she doesn't want it. That, my friends, is what we call being unequally yoked. Period. Because
I learn new terms from you every week. I don't know. I'm like, you are giving me like a sexual education, and I just do. I really don't understand this stuff, so I'm curious about it.
I mean, that's just some biblical shit. If you're not matched up and linked up in your relationship, it's gonna fail. And that includes your sex life. If your man wants to be choked out and fucked around and tossed around like he in a wrestling match, and you're not down for that shit, and you can't see yourself doing that shit for like 20, 30, 40 years because it's not going to change. A lot of people don't understand that. There are some people who experiment in this, and there are some people, this is some forever shit. This is some lifetime shit. Like for me, my example, my husband, when I got married, my husband knew all this shit about me. The first date I had with my husband, because he ended up driving up from Hinesville, Georgia, which is in the Savannah area, all the way to Atlanta.
I've been to Savannah.
Now, that's about I think a 3-4 hour trip or something. And he's halfway there when he forgets his card. So he has to drive back to Hinesville and then drive all the way back to Atlanta. So we ended up going from a 8 o'clock date to like him pulling up at 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. So nothing's open around this time. So we went he was just like, what do you want to do? And I'm just like, well, what we had planned earlier, we can't do. So hey, let me take you to a sex shop.
Wow. Okay.
Because I just want him to know out the bat, like, I'm a freak. And if you're not a freak or you're not trying to be freaky, then hey, we don't need to continue talking. That's just some real shit. So I take him to the sex shop, and he has flashbacks from being over there in Iraq. So that right there should have told me something, because we were looking at the handcuffs, and he was like, I can't look at handcuffs. I can't look at, rope. I can't look at any of this bondage stuff. And I'm looking at him like, I don't want to put this on you. I want you to put this on me. I want to be tied up. I want to be bondage. I want to, and he's just like, I don't know why you would do that. So it was weird. And that right there should have told me that, hey, this was going to happen in the marriage. But I figured, he said, hey, I'm open to it. It was not happening. I bought some rope. He was not He was not with it. So when we got married, I thought it would be changed once we found an adult friend finder and all that. Oh no, he doesn't have a dominant bone in his body. No. So
And that disappointed you?
that disappointed me a lot. Because, oh yeah, very much so. And so what ends up happening is like I'm a dominant person by nature, except the bedroom. And my personal preference is if I can find someone that will put me in my place, I'll be happy. Hence why I'm with my dom. He doesn't take my shit. But my husband, oh no, he took my shit. So, I ended up being the dom for him. Like, my cousins will say that, yeah, you got his balls in your purse. I'm like, yeah, because I would tear him down. I would tear him down crazy, like, because he was doing crazy things to me. So my thing was, okay, well, you giving me all this craziness, then I'm gonna give you hell. And it ended up turning me on because emasculating him ended up turning me on because he was doing a lot of foul shit behind the scenes that nobody knew about. So that was my way to get him. But I don't prefer that, and that's why our relationship wasn't going to work. He went to Afghanistan, and when we filed for divorce, he went to Afghanistan, and it changed his whole life. He came back a whole different person, but it was so much bullshit that happened. I just didn't trust that. And now we have a good communication. I talk to him. He's actually good friends with me. And we talk about our marriage all the time. And we're just like, we just wasn't compatible. We wasn't equally yoked. He wants a regular, simple life, and simple sex. And I don't.
I guess simple is just, well, it sounds like you want something a little wilder.
Right. I like to be choked. I like to be spanked. I like intensity. I like dominate. I like being dominated. I like different shit. He just want to, have sex. Just
I
regular
guess
old sex.
I'm starting to wonder. I guess I'm just a big old square. I'm a big L7 because I just yeah, I I ended up meeting a couple of these wanting you to choke them chicks, and I did the choke shit, and it just wasn't for me. It just really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It just
And I
didn't.
understand that.
It just man, that whole thing was weird to me, and I was just like, I just like I said, I just want some. I want a couple of positions, give and receive oral, play with some titties, maybe a little backdoor action. That's it.
I mean, vanilla has its ways, and I don't like talk about people who are vanilla. I understand, like, everybody's not gonna be into this extra shit, and you're not supposed to. That's cool, but I am. And you said you dealt with some women who like to choke and shit. Let me tell you why women like to be choked. One, it's the ultimate thrill of being dominated. Like, somebody is literally got their life in your hands. That's just a thrill to some of us. One. Two, when you choke someone, um, certain, your muscles start closing up. They start, yeah, it gets tight down there,
Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay.
You're losing your air, so your whole body is tensing up. So if you're in a woman, and you're choking her real good, she is tightening up. He said booty was meant to be clapped. You absolutely
Yeah,
right.
booty, rocking everywhere.
Booty and spankings. I mean, women like being spanked too.
I like spanking. Spanking's cool.
I love being spanked. You put me doggy style, you spank that ass real good. The
Okay.
vibrations is gonna go straight to the clit, and it's just Men don't understand that either. Like, what do women need to be
But
spanked?
like, yeah, like toys are okay. Toys are okay. Different positions are okay.
Okay.
Anal's okay. Love oral giving and receiving. Other than that, I think that's about it. I chickened out on a couple of threesome opportunities. Yeah, it just was. I I just knew it wasn't for me, But I just yeah, that's
I am not an anal person. I can't
no anal.
I can't get with right. I know out of all the shit, I just can't fuck with anal because it hurts. Like that
Oh
is
no, you gotta ease into it. Ease into it. You gotta ease into it. They even got on Amazon. Matter of fact, in our in the description there, I've got a link for my Amazon list called Tools of the Trade. And it's got all the finest marital aids. It's got all the lubes and the handcuffs and the vibrators and different things. Benoit balls, the little Kegel balls or whatever, all that shit, which I like that. I don't know. I like looking at the vaginas when they're like relaxing and making things tighter and doing all that. I don't know why that my ex thought I was a little overly fascinated with her vagina. She was like, "Damn, you just it's like." I was like, "I like how it moves. Like I like the licking, and then I like watching it and all that." I don't know. I'm probably a weirdo, but that's what I'm into. I can't help
I
it.
mean, you like looking at pussy. Nothing wrong with that. I love looking at dick. I think dick is beautiful, and I will just look at a penis and I will just touch it and shit. If I'm really comfortable with you, I would use your penis like a fucking joystick for a game.
What?
Just out
Okay,
of
so how does that
boredom.
work?
Just out of
Oh,
boredom. Just if you're hard, you'll just you grab it like you would a joystick and just
oh,
uh, I like playing with penis. I like the way penis looks. I like the head. I love everything about a penis. It's just cute to me. I don't know. So being get weirded out, like what I'm like, yeah, it fascinates me. They're like, well, you're weird. I'm like, I know. But I
mm.
mean, bodies are beautiful, period. You know,
I like them all shapes and sizes too.
all of it. But I am looking forward to April. My birthday is in April, April 28th. I'll be 35 years old. And I'm not necessarily worried about penis. Like I get all right penis from my dom, but that's not what really gives me gratification with him. My gratification with him comes from him dominating me, him aggressively taking that energy from me because like I said, I'm a brat. So I'm constantly trying him just to see what happens.
Oh, so you fucking with him, trying to get him to flex
Yeah.
on your ass and shit.
I
Okay.
fuck with everybody in general. That's just the type of person I am. So I just I know his buttons. We have I don't know if y'all know about it, this, but I'll say we have a Vegeta Bulma relationship. And I've always
Oh,
wanted
you on
one
some
of
Dragon
those.
Ball shit?
Right. I've always wanted those ever since I was younger. And I always liked their interactions because she be cussing them out and he be cussing her out. And it's wonderful. I always like that energy because I'm just a passionate person and that's how I am. So I always said that, yeah, that's my perfect relationship. Well, I got it.
Interesting.
Mm. And some of it is good and some of it is not. And I have to check myself like this is what I asked for. Your mouth, you speak things into existence. This is what I asked for. I'm sitting up here being the most emotional, huggy, feely person, and I came out my mouth decades ago and said I wanted a Vegeta type of man, and Vegeta gives her no love physically anyway. They had trunks though. They had trunks and bras, so he fucking them.
Hilarious. Well, I know all those characters because I have Dragon Ball. I have Dragon Ball Warriors or whatever on the Xbox. I got it. That game is dope though. It looks great, but that's the only. I was like, you call all this. And my nephews like Dragon Ball, but I was like, as soon as you said it, I was like, oh shit, she talks some Dragon Ball shit. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, but I know about booty clapping and doms and brats and this has been one of them where I was just like, okay, This is an interesting journey. One thing I would ask you is, we talked about we're both Craigslist veterans. I was like,
I am Mr. G.
Oh yeah, she a
I
fan
am.
of Dragon
I've been
Ball
watching
Z.
since the 90s. Since the 90s. But what were you saying?
But I'm about to say, they shut down a lot of the love I was getting when they shut down the personal section on Craigslist. I have not found a free alternative that is of the same equivalent.
Me neither. I tried Be Naughty this week, and I did the 1 day trial. What I tell you, we got hit up by several chicks, but all they wanted to do was chat. Hey, let's have some sexy chat. I'm like, no, when we gonna meet up so we can talk about fucking and we go fuck? Cause I don't do this sexy chat. I'm not gonna sit here and send you hella pictures. No, we grown, but I'm getting like a gazillion messages about sexy chat. All of them says chat. I said, you know what? Either this is some spamming shit, or this is just for chicks who ain't got nothing to do and feel like just.
Well, there's a dating site that's connected to Facebook. I'm trying to find it in my phone because they be sending me shit all the time talking about this chick hollered at you, this chick is wanting to talk to you and all this kind of shit. And then I remember I got the chick to answer me, and then she was like, I don't want to talk to you. It's the machine. I guess she had swiped right on my picture, and the machine said, oh, she likes you. I think it's Zoosk. ZOO. Yeah, hold up. ZOOSK, I think Zoosk. Zoo. Yeah, Zoosk. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, ZOOSK. It's called Zoosk. And they'll be like, Veronica likes you. And I'll be like, oh, okay. And finally, you can't talk to them without paying. And I said, okay. And I said, hey, and good thing was she was a paid member. So thank God, like one of either I have to be the paid member or you have to be the paid member. In this case, I guess she liked my picture and then she was a paid member. And I got a message talking about she wanted to talk to me. And since she was a paid member, I could send her a message. That bitch didn't want to talk to me. She was like, why are you messaging me? And I was like, it said that you wanted to talk to me. And she was like, no. And I was like, they just trying to, so it's fake. It's fake. They're not really, it was just, they just trying to get you to upgrade to a paid membership.
No. There is no free alternative. There used to be. I mean, Tumblr had some. Reddit is the close.
I'm on Tumblr. I used to, because that's why I used to get. Tumblr had some of the best porn on it, so I used to be on Tumblr on the regular. So, but Tumblr, then what was it like? Right at the end of 2018, they started like muting the accounts and stuff. They would like all the chicks that I used to, because what would happen was all the girls that I was following on like Instagram, they all had Tumblrs so they could, and I mean they had big Tumblrs with like 100,000 people following them and shit. And there used to be a lot of ass clapping videos, all that masturbation. It was awesome. And then Tumblr sent that alarm out. They sent the alert out. It was like, effective on December 15th, we will be shutting down any accounts with this and this and that. And I was like, damn.
Yep.
And now the only people I see using Tumblr are the comic book artists that I follow. So like I follow some comic book artists on there, but it's really kind of a boring platform without all that ass shaking in the videos and stuff.
Right.
Tumblr was lit. Tumblr was lit. And
it's the kids. It's the kids that get this whole shit like shut down. Like these kids out here who want to be grown, go on Tumblr and all that shit. That's one of the reasons why Casual Encounters got fucked up, because this lady ended up fucking with a 13-year-old boy. And she didn't know he was 13-year-old. And they showed the picture. And I was like, boy, you couldn't tell me this dude wasn't 22.
And he was 13.
He was
But
13 laying pipe. And the mom found out. The mom filed statutory rape charges on the chick, and then she found out that she found, through Craigslist. So she went after Craigslist, tried to put a lawsuit on Craigslist, and Craigslist was already getting lawsuits. The Craigslist killer people, those folks, the victims from them, they were suing them. A lot of people who have made mistakes and had situations due to casual encounters like being raped or anything like that, they were suing them. So they had to get rid of it. Not to mention sex workers. Like sex workers was all up and through Craigslist, and I thought it was a good thing. But of course, they don't want to unsavory, whatever. So they shut that shit down.
they
Same with
they
Tumblr.
shut Backpage down too, because
Yep,
Backpage used to be that was Backpage was so beautiful.
it was popping.
I love Backpage because I'm like, look, it's like you order pussy like you order a slice of pizza.
Right.
It just they would come for a massage or whatever. And like I said, I've said this multiple times. I have no shame in admitting that I've hired hookers. I don't have a problem with it. It's the world's oldest profession, and I'm the world's oldest customer in this motherfucker. This is the way it was. I'm like, that's what they there. They selling that shit. That's what it's there for. It's there to be bought.
We
And
support sex workers on this channel.
we definitely support sex workers, because as we grow this show, I want to have a guest. I want to have some of these Instagram girls on and stuff. I don't know. There was a couple that I've seen on the gram where they out there, twerking and promoting their OnlyFans. I would love to have some of them come and kind of tell their experiences and talk, if they would be so willing. I would love to hear that, because I think that would be something interesting for the audience.
Oh, they going through some shit right now on OnlyFans. You done had somebody.
Oh yeah, somebody hacked their shit. I saw
somebody
that.
hacked all their shit, and now they're posting them on IG for free. Folks are on Facebook selling them for $10 per person. It's just horrible, man. Horrible.
All that high dollar hoeing, and it turned out that you get hacked, and they just, because there was like, thousands of videos from what I understand. I was like, damn. But a big site like that's why I was like, I see, I do more Pornhub, because OnlyFans, they be trying to like, oh, you can do like a trial for $1.99 or some shit like that. But all these girls that I follow on Instagram, they always be like, honey, if you want to talk to me, you need to go to my OnlyFans and that kind of thing. That's where the content, they don't want. I was like, y'all bitches don't want to talk to nobody. That's what y'all up there just shaking ass and but they build those Instagram accounts up. They'll take topless photos, just covering their hand up over their bras and stuff like that. And I'll be like, oh, okay, I see how y'all gets down. I mean, it's effective though. It works. It gets an audience.
They wanna be paid and compensated for what they're doing. Like what I guess dudes don't realize is when you start talking to a guy, right? A guy will start. I guess he'll go from flirting with you and then just spilling out about his day constantly, like you're his therapist, and that is so draining. That is so unfortunately draining. So women have decided that, hey, I'm going to charge you for it. You don't get to talk to me and, hey, how you doing? We have regular conversation, and then try to leeway it into getting free therapy from me. So I'm going to charge you for it. And Americans get pissed the fuck off about it, but Europeans and it's in Japanese, they have bars essentially for this. A man will go to a bar, he'll get drunk, he'll sit there with the waitress, and he will be charged per minute, and just sitting up there spilling out all his hope, dreams, his aspirations, his job, how much he hates his job. He'll just be sitting there. I watched a show about that, and I was just like, it. They said that it was very, good for a man's mind, and I'm like, yeah, I know, because they do that shit to us every day for free.
Mm.
So why not charge for it? That's why chicks do that. If you didn't know that or not, that's why chicks are like, hey, go to my OnlyFans and I'll talk to you there because I'm
Well,
gonna charge you.
I've seen some of what's that? Do you know the chick Jenna Shea? She used to be a rap thought.
Mm-mm.
She used to get fucked by a lot of these rappers out here. She's been on like Vlad TV and stuff. She fucked Lil Wayne and a couple of these other rappers. And it's like, yeah, so I mean, she's bad, man. This chick's like 39, but my God, that's a badass chick. Blonde hair, big ass titties, and a fat natural ass. She always talking. She said, everybody think I got ass implant, and she always puts up these videos on Instagram where she's twerking and shaking her ass and shit. Oh my God, it just jiggles and bounces. I love her ass. It's incredible. And I'm like, she's Polish, and like I said, she's from the Texas area. But she done met a lot of these rappers. She done fucked a lot of them, and they give her shit. And like I said, one of the biggest ones she was with was Lil Wayne. So, but she has a thing on her website now. She teaches these hoes how to get paid on like OnlyFans and all these websites. You have to pay her like $1,400. And because I looked, she kept saying, how do you, she said, hey, if you want to learn how to make money like I make, because she's talking like she makes like $3,000 or $4,000 a month, just off Instagram and then her websites and all that kind of shit. And so she had a link and I clicked on it and I started looking, and yeah, you got to pay her. She's got like a couple days seminar, and she'll do like video chats with you and stuff, and she shows you how to set up your Instagram, the kind of photos you need to take. She shows you how to do, she shows you how to take everything so you can build your social media up, and then you just be getting these guys to trick off their money on you.
That's
I
what's
mean,
up.
I mean, shit. I've never, because anytime I ever spent money on pussy, I knew what it was, so it wasn't no thing to me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go. They can call me a trick, but I knew what it was. I was never in there simping thinking I'm finna turn this bitch into a girlfriend or something. I knew what the fuck I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to get some pussy. Boom, here you go. Let's do this. Give me slob down right quick and get on up out of there. I knew what the deal was. These motherfuckers be simping and they fall in love with these bitches and shit. And that's what fucks them up in the game. They go in there with the wrong mentality. That's why you paying for it, dumbass. You're not supposed to be falling in love with this bitch. I don't care how good it is. That's what it is. As soon as it becomes a financial transaction, your heart and your head need to, what I'm saying? Y'all need to be on the same motherfucking page. You should know exactly what time it is, and know the rules and regulations of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I just
Everybody need love though. Everybody
absolutely.
need love.
But I mean, it's what the song say, looking for love in all the wrong
All the
places.
wrong places. You know what? I can't sit up here and say that, a sex worker hasn't had, found love with a trick or John,
Is it
because
real love though? I
some of
mean,
that, sometimes it is. It really depends. Like, you ever have these weird relationships, or know people that have weird relationships where it just came out the blue and it was just, I don't know. You're sitting there and you're exchanging your body with someone or your time with someone, because I know someone that goes to their sex worker every week, for something.
it's
Whether
like going
it's
to the fucking therapist to me. You
right,
get
that's what it
comfortable with them.
is. It's therapy. You get comfortable and everything. But sometimes, hey, you do find that love, Sometimes you get that pretty woman moment.
Mm. I ain't seen that movie in like 20, 25 years at least.
But it's real shit. If you get to know a person outside of what they're doing, and you really fuck with their mind, or you fuck with what they like, and y'all do things together and it's fun or whatever, then hey, I mean, why not?
No. I don't do that. I ain't
Sex
taking
workers
it.
need love too.
Yeah, but you breaking the rules and the motherfucking regulations. That's what they tell you right there. That what part of the game is that? I'm not taking these hoes out to eat. That's why I'm paying your bitch ass. I ain't ordered. Fuck that. I remember a bitch came to my house and she thought I was a trick. And I have been a trick, but on this particular, on this particular occasion, the bitch had me confused. And she she came to the spot and then she was like, "Hey, I'm hungry." So I was like, "Okay." I thought that's what it was. So I went, I called Papa John's up and they brought, I let her order the pizza. She wanted with all the Italian sauces, all that shit. I called. And then the bitch, we with the 2 liters. And so I spent like $20. I said, "Okay, cool." I thought that's what it was going, right? And then the bitch told me if I give her $100, she'll let me hit. And I'm like, "Bitch, I done spent $20 on this motherfucking pizza. I ain't giving your motherfucking ass no 100." And she was on some real shit. She really thought I was gonna give her $100.
You know what? Men call that simping, and I think it's funny because if the shoe is on the other foot, is oh well, you just got played. That's just you got played. Somebody just tried to play you for a sucker.
Yeah, she really thought I was gonna give her motherfucking ass $100, and I
That's
wanted to
it.
fuck up. I wanted to fuck her bad too. I have a thing for redheads. The bitch came over. She had big ass motherfucking titties and a fat ass. I was like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm finna get out." I'm trying to be smooth with it though. Get her something to eat. All that just cool. We can sit back and watch some movies, and then the bitch just hit me with the financial transaction. She want $100 off the rip, and I was like, damn.
You
She
should have led
just
with that.
yeah, because I wouldn't know, because then she wouldn't have got the pizza. And then the whole thing was embarrassing. It was too much. And she told she gonna come in my job, and she told the motherfucker that I was trying to fuck her and bought her a pizza and shit. And I was like, the whole thing was embarrassing. But I was like, I didn't get that bitch the 100 though. I honestly thought I was gonna get the hit for free. And the bitch was like, "So you bought the bitch a pizza?" And he told me he fucked her. He said, "I didn't buy the bitch shit. I made the bitch buying me cigarettes and shit. Making her buy me packs of cigarettes." And said, "Shit, I ain't, she's sucking my dick and doing all it, And I was just like, well, it just didn't work. It's as Eddie Murphy once said, having sex is like a crap game, and I done thrown my dick on the table many a night, and this is the way it is." And let me get this question from Victius. He said, "Antonio, explain the big ass thing to a whitey. I have always been a tit man." I don't know. I just like a big fat ass. I like something to hang on to. I like to see the way that ass, just kind of switches as she walks away. I like being able to run up behind her and palm that fat ass and just, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I love big titties. I love big titties too. I love big titties. Love big titties.
I like tits. I like big asses, and I'm a woman. I like big asses and big titties.
Ass
Period.
and
But
titties. Ass and titties.
I like man ass too. And a lot of women like man ass. And men
Like
don't
man ass.
straight men do not like hearing that shit. And I'm gonna tell you like this. If you're walking down the street and you got on some jeans and your ass is on fleek, we looking, we watching. That's it. Okay? We like ass too. Okay, we like the shape of it. We like the way it look. We want to grab it when you deep in us. Okay.
Oh shit.
I don't see what the problem is. Like men will get like super defensive about that shit. My thing is like they were like, "Oh well, that's some homo shit. That's gay." First off, how can anything be a homosexual act if I'm a woman doing it to you?
Well, let me.
There is
hold
no.
up. Cause we getting there towards the end here, but I gotta pick your brain on something, because I did see some shit. I told you about last week where I saw that dude that was bisexual and shit, and it was weird. I saw some other shit that fuck with me, so I need to see I need to see if you can get my mental right.
Okay.
There's a bitch I follow on Twitter, and she started posting these videos up, and she was fucking dudes the way a guy would fuck a girl. She was
pegging.
Yeah, she was doing some. No, okay,
That's
she
pegging.
hiked the motherfucker's legs up. Now it was like I said, he had the dick, she got the vagina. Okay,
Right.
She hiked his legs up like he was a bitch.
Right.
And then she walked up on him. She got his legs, and then she put his dick, she put his dick inside her, and then she just started kind of riding him, but his legs was wide open like he was like fucking taking it. It was weird. I'd never seen some shit like that. It was like Froggy style or whatever the fuck. I was like, she's fucking him like he's the bitch.
Have you not read the Kama Sutra book?
Yeah, I ain't into all that. I'm too fat. Like,
they got a Kama Sutra book for fat folks too, because I'm fat too. I done read it. It's a position. It's a Fatra Sutra. It's some positions we can do, but that's one of them. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that it was weird though, because he's sitting there with his legs spread wide open and shit. I was like, what the fuck kind of man does that? It threw me off. It was confusing. She was cute enough though. She was cute enough.
Your thought process of what a man is and what a man is supposed to be is like completely different. When it comes to sex, and I have to explain this shit, I love educating folks. When it comes to sex, all that shit go out the window. It really and truly does. It's whatever fucking turns you on and gets your drops off. And my question to you is, it's a woman doing this shit, right?
Yeah. It's a real woman, not a trans woman.
It's a real woman fucking him.
Yeah, but
officially.
It just seemed weird. I was like, his legs was hyped up. I mean, I get women spread eagle like that. He got his legs hyped up just like a bitch. And then the girl goes up, grabs his leg, and then she inserts, and she said, I've been fucking my guys like this since I was in high school. I said, what the fuck?
And they like it.
I mean, it's sex, but I don't want to be laying on my back with my legs hiked up in the air, though.
And I get that much. I can understand that your mileage may vary when it comes to certain situations. My biggest problem, and that's okay. Hey, if that ain't your thing, it ain't your thing. But I would have
fucked her though. I would have fucked her, but we would have to switch some other positions. I can't do that position. That's yeah. She was cute. I mean, that's why I'm following her, because I want to fuck her, but I don't want to fuck her like that. I want to fuck her like a man. I want to be the man.
And he is being the man.
Nah, he was the bitch. He was laid out, spread eagle with his ass cheeks and shit wide open. I'm looking at this motherfucker he got a rock hard dick with his legs. And it looked like one of them gay porno movies. The only difference was, instead of another guy coming to get him, it was a woman. It was weird. And I was like, you don't put yourself in such a weird position, man. Oh, God.
I do not understand straight men and their thought processes of, oh, well, he's being a man and he's not being a man and he's being a bitch. I don't get it. What is masculine sex to y'all? Like just jamming it in and just fucking missionary and back shots? What's masculine sex and what's feminine sex? And why is it classified as such? Why can't it just, hey, we like to fuck?
Well, for me, again, because I am a man, I do want to be the dominant person. I feel like masculine energy should overcome feminine energy. I believe that. I believe it should dominate feminine energy. But as I mentioned earlier, I got in that situation and that energy overpowered me, and I got caught up in some shit, and it was weird.
Right.
Which it made me uncomfortable, because I was like, I could have just fucked the dude if I was gonna go through some shit like that. And it was with a woman. It was strange. It was confusing to me, because I was like, so if we were in a relationship, would I be the bitch? I was like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I've seen those guys where they have these really overbearing, dominating bitches, and they look at you and you could just see they just beat the fuck down. This bitch has just been tearing their soul out for years. And there's no life left in them. They're not men anymore. They just henpecked and hard. You know, it's just too much. And they're just like, just kill me now, please. Just take me out of my misery. I was just like, you know, I saw this. I used to see some of them when I would work the drive-through. I was working fast food restaurant, and some of these guys would come through, and every now and again these guys would come through, and they'd have a couple of like bratty ass kids in the back seat, and some horrible she-bee sitting next to him, and the motherfucker would just, and his bitch was just being overbearing. She's the one yelling. She's in the passenger seat, and she's the one yelling the order out over the damn speaker and all it. And this motherfucker rolling up because he knows that he's not the man in the relationship. He's looking at me. And I was like, you know, you're not the man. She's the man. She's running shit. He was like,
I get what you mean. I just don't look at gender dynamics anymore because it's weird. It's weird because I'm bisexual, so I don't necessarily go off on that. I get what you mean, my masculine and feminine energies. I understand that. I understand being with a partner that will emasculate the fuck out of you, because I've done that. And shit. Yeah, and I know how that shit is. I've had a homie, real sweet guy, and I don't even know what happened to them because she made him cut me off. Because I was a threat. Every woman except her was a threat. And she emasculated him. I mean, everywhere we went, she just yelled at him. And we're just sitting there like, oh my God, like what is, you know, screaming and hollering and all that, you know, and that whole situation got me to wondering why people will feel like, okay, if a woman is yelling and screaming and beating down constantly her man, she is emasculating him and she is being the man. But the flip side of that is if a man is yelling and screaming and hollering, what is that? Like he's being abusive, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not wanting to abuse anybody, but I do believe in clearly defined gender roles. I believe the man should be the man, the woman should be the woman, and you know, the woman should be, you know, it's like they say that the woman's your rib and all that. She's supposed to be your support system, your backbone. They're supposed to be clearly defined. What's happened now with all this Me Too shit is that the women, they ride all over the men, and then the men can't say nothing because, oh, you being abusive and shit. And I was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with being a strong man, and you know, having a woman that respects that, you know, shit. I don't even know why a woman would want to date some weak ass sissified motherfucker. I don't even understand why they would want to do that.
I like a feminine man. And I'll tell you why. Yeah, I don't have a problem with a feminine man. I don't have a problem with men who brace that femininity, because y'all all got it. Everybody has a masculine and a feminine side. Whether or not you want to embrace it or not, that's your problem.
Yeah,
and that's your issue. Hey, I feel you on that. You know, my aunt has a big problem with crown men. She do not like flower crown men. She can't stand it. She think it's just, oh, that's just you being a girl. And I'm just like, flowers are not girl things. And if we were to go off of that, women shouldn't be wearing pants. Women shouldn't be wearing heels. Women shouldn't be wearing makeup. That's all y'all shit. So
I don't have a problem with the pants.
Wigs,
I want my woman to have some nice. I want her to dress to impress. I want some nice makeup. I want a good look. But that's what I'm saying. They doing all this weird shit with all these or I'm trans and I feel like a woman. All this weird shit that's happening now that we didn't have a problem with 30 years ago. Ooh,
yeah, because they will kill you. I mean, of course, it's not a problem or an issue now. You're not facing death. Just imagine that. Like, and I have to explain that shit to straight men all the time. Like, oh, this weird shit is going on. I'm like, this shit been going on for centuries, millennia, a long, long time. There have been trans emperors. There have been lesbian emperors. There have been homosexual, gay emperors. There have been all of that, and then some. It's only coming out now, or it's like looking like a big old resurgence now. This shit been happening. It's just no, hey, well, if you kiss a man, I'm gonna kill you anymore.
Well, I
And
don't
it
want
used to
anybody
be that.
like I don't want anybody hurt. I'm just telling you, I just feel like a man should be a man, a woman should be a woman. I'm not trying to throw you back to the 50s where you have to cook my supper when I come home and all that kind of shit. But I do feel like there are clearly, because men should be the protectors, the providers. I don't know, maybe I'm too although in these days and age both people got to work and do all that kind of shit. But
you're 100% old fashioned, or I'd like to consider guys like you who 100% old fashioned. They're like, well, man should be a man and a woman should be a woman. And I'm just like, well, you do realize there are whole bunch of levels to that shit. What is your definition of what a man is? What's your definition of what a woman is, or what it should be? If you had your perfect world structured up and you could structure up the whole thing the way you want it to, and the way you just said, a man should be a man, a woman should be a woman, what does that look like?
That's a good question.
What that look like? Because I can tell you, in the real world, in the reality, men have different types of looks or things, and it doesn't take away from their masculinity. There are manly men.
It takes away from their masculinity to other dudes.
To straight men. I get that from straight men a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're a woman.
straight men. Yeah, I have a big problem with a man showing anything but hardcore masculinity. That's
what's so weird about some of these rappers now. All these rappers, these mumble rappers, and they dress in women's clothing. They put blouses on and shit, and everybody's like, "What the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all supposed to be rappers and stuff." Like Young Thug, I see Young Thug. He dresses more like a woman all the damn time, wearing dresses and shit. And you hear songs. Yeah, he talking about killing folks and selling drugs and all this shit in the songs, but he got a dress on.
But they've been doing that. They've been doing that. I mean, Prince could have fucked anybody's bitch. Period.
Yeah, anybody's bitch.
Anybody's bitch.
You never heard about him with no man. At least I remember they would make gay jokes, but every time you see Prince, he had the baddest bitches out there. And
they would ask Prince that, and he wouldn't answer, and he didn't feel the need to, and he shouldn't.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to justify your sexuality to anybody. You shouldn't. Let me see here, Victius. What is hardcore masculinity?
Hardcore masculinity is when the thought process of a man got to be a man, and he got to be like that brawny dude. That Brody Towel dude.
Oh, the Brody Towel. Yeah.
That dude. That's the quintessential. That's a man. A man. That's John Wayne. Man. John Wayne face ass motherfuckers.
Except John Wayne didn't like black people, but that's
right. But
he was very honest about it.
on a gender situation, then yeah, that's what a man's man is, and that's what he does. A man's got to do what a man does. That's how they think. And I don't understand the concept of hardcore masculinity, because my thought process is why I don't understand it. Why are you so worried about what's going on? I have to tell my Dom talks about it all the time. I have to tell him, why are you so worried, impressed about what's going on in somebody's bedroom and somebody's life? Does it affect you? Like as a whole, does it affect how you sleep and how you live and how you breathe? Straight men are very pressed on what other man does with his genitals, and I don't understand it. If you don't like dick, why are you worried about where somebody else's dick going? Why?
That's an excellent question.
Why? And they will get mad. You ask them that, and they'll have nothing to say. And I'm just like, right. So my whole thing is have your thought process on what you consider a man, and be that for yourself. But don't judge other men for not being what you are.
Now, that's deep.
Don't
That's
hate.
real deep.
That,
That's real deep.
I try to just let people just look at that shit. Stop worried about what going on next door with the Joneses. Worry about yourself. If they ain't coming at your house and trying to rape you, if they ain't coming in your house and trying to stick a dick up your ass,
Oh no.
right? Thank you. Live and let live. Why the
Yeah.
fuck do you care?
Yeah. Well, I try not to concern myself about what the next man doing in the bedroom, because like I said, I'm not trying to control anybody else's behavior. But if it's around me though, we gonna have conversation.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying, certain thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm not down with that. I don't want to be around certain shit.
For example, I got a homeboy, and we talked about this years ago, and he was like, "Let me just let you in on a secret. Some of these black men are not gay. Some of these black men are not pansexual. Some of these
Except in
black
Atlanta.
men are not. No, not that either.
Oh
Like
wow.
period, point blank, just out here." He was like, they find out how it feels to get that A spot hit, and they automatically assume that they are gay because of it. Because it's been so demonized, the booty of men. It's been so demonized, and if you like that, you must be gay. And he asked me, he just turned around and he said, Tar, how did it feel when you got your G spot hit for the first time? And I was just like, it's just an explosion.
Oh wow.
Because that's how it felt. It really did. Just explosion. I was gushing. He said that's exactly how it feels when a guy gets his A spot hit. But just imagine if somebody told you that it was a bad thing and that God didn't make it. Even though God put that A spot right where it is, God didn't make it so for you to do that, and you couldn't do that. And then you felt that after years and years. Would you still continue to do so? I said, yeah. I still, oh hell yeah, you hit my G spot quick. It's like, yeah. But what would you think about that? I said, yeah, I probably would think I'm a lesbian. Like, he said that's exactly what it is. So, truth be told, there are a lot of men out there not understanding that they are not gay, they are not pansexual, they are not bisexual, and there are a lot of them that are, but there are a lot of them that are not. They just really got their A spot penetrated and don't know what to do, don't know how to feel.
That is interesting. I don't know. Let's see. That's the thing. That's why I was like when we weren't doing sexy party, like when Anna had like stepped back from it, and there were a couple of guys that it was like, oh, I'll do it with you. Come on, holla at me. And I was like, I didn't want two guys. I didn't. There was a lot of guys that was telling me they would do the stream with me. I was like, I wanted another woman. It's like that was the whole point, because I already know, yeah, we can get like a couple guys on here talking shit, and it would just be it'd just be some kind of bullshit ass stream. I wanted a woman's perspective. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, well, I mean, and every week we got the week. You knocking them out the park, but. Whew, man, well, all right. Well, I think this has been fun, and
Correct.
I think it's about that time. So, again, we got the Cash App for the Mad Weirdo. If anyone, what they say, spend some coin on your Witcher or whatever. How's that go?
Yep. Toss a cord to your Witcher. Come on.
Toss a coin to your Witcher. And as always, Mad Weirdo, please tell people how they can reach out to you if they are so inclined.
You can find me on Instagram at the Mad Weirdo, just straight up. Or you can find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page called The Mad Weirdo. And send me a message, look at some of my posts, comment, and we'll go from there. But I had fun as always. Every Saturday, we have a great conversation, and I feel good that I got you to thinking and educated. You also think tonight.
Yeah, I'm not pretending like I know everything. I'm always, that's the whole thing. It's like I'm an empty cup, and I want you to fill me up with some knowledge in it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always curious, but the time has come. As always, you can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and right here on this YouTube channel. Everywhere is at Akari Press. If you type in akaripress.com, it will take you directly to my Indiegogo campaign for brand Way of the Gun with the phenomenal Kanan White. We're on Teespring. We're on Amazon.com. The links to those are in the description. Sexy party is over. Say good night.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Get it.